I'm back with more Doki Doki Literature Club. So I think last time Sayori hung herself. Uh, I want to make a joke right now, but I don't really want to because it's insensitive. Yeah. So last time Sayori killed herself, and now we have this. I don't know what's going on. So I am going to do a new game. See what happens, because this is just weird. Alright? What? Uh, can't read that. I see an annoying girl running toward me in the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally obviously to oblivious to any intentions she might draw to herself. The girl is what? My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it's just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let what catch up to me. Uh, okay. Not even. Don't even say anything. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Oh, wait, did it just change the story? What? It's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by one average while spending my free time on games and anime. Me too. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. True, school days is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Even with glasses, I can't read. Off topic, but even with my glasses, I can't read. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for once of motivation. Well, at least it keeps a name. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Momo? What is happening? Monica? I don't know. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. So whenever it's Sarity's part, they just cut it out completely. Okay, that's weird. um, uh, well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Did we already said we said this last time? Oh my god. It's getting so bad. It changed up the whole story. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. I'll just leave it that way. Why did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. I feel like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, I went into Monica mode. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Why did it just get glitchy? I don't even know. Literature? The sound that sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all. All you know. It's not boring. All you know. I can't read. I'm not going back to that. Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. What? Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists manga. She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hmm. Hey, Momo. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Uh, I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could be, oh, could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Um, well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess. I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Momo. You know that? I'm also really fat. But you can't see it because you see me as a skinny Asian dude. Why did I say? Okay. I'm Hispanic. I'm proud to be Hispanic. Sorry for if an Asian crosses this and gets really offended. I didn't mean that. My bad. Back to what I was going to. It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Or at least someone deems me more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica, and it did change the whole script. And her irresistible smile. I mean, maybe. It's not irresistible. I could resist it. I typically follow Monica across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Oh, excuse me. I drank like a whole huge cup like this. I filled the Powerade, so I'm gonna be burping a lot. The music is good though. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Whoa, what was that? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Okay. What is going on? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Momo. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredible cute girls. I mean, yes, but we're forgetting one. She's dead. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, This is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. I forgot she's vice. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Momo in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you? Oh, did I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to. Well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Momo? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room, opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sits across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you'll feel right at home, okay? That's Sayori's line. This is a time where Sayori's not here. We need our childhood friend. Ah! It's just incomplete. This is bad, guys. So bad. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I meant that, I believe you. While tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Momo, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. What do you want now? It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship beyond them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physical, psychological, I didn't know how to say that, elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loophole. I mean, I'm not much of a reader, so that doesn't really apply to me. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately gasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. No duh. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Shut up. Never liked you from the beginning. Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left the piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Uh, it looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Yeah, because I don't write poems at all. Not even in my actual life. I don't even know how to start to write a poem. I'd probably just be like, do the roses are red, violets are blue thing, you know? Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Uh, Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. If you forget what I said, like, a few lines back, she's really shy on that. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all we all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Uh, um, uh, uh, I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Momo? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's being on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Are they? But, I'm sorry, I thought... the girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Momo. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. Never had of official members to form an official club, even with Sayori. What you talking about? We need four, and I've been trying really hard to find new members. And we don't find one more before. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear head decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible uh, letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems in the price I need to pay is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. Wait, it doesn't even give us a decision there. I wish it did. I'll join the literature club, all of them. One by one, the girls' light eyes light up. The girls' light eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Momo? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a minute. For a moment. I mean, if really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. I would too, but shut up. Momo, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? I mean, anything? No, I'm kidding. She ain't getting it. Yuri's getting it, though. Uh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Oh, Monica looks at me once more. Momo, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really express the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? True. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and I make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Oh, excuse me. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, let's do this. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Stare at the dot reveal. What? I love you! Is that it? Kidding me. I wasted my time off for that. Alright. Back at this. Alright, we're trying to press your climax. Hopeless. Fear. Tragedy. Joy. Wait, what? Alright. Kawaii, comfort. I gotta get the kawaii in there. Strawberry. Let beat for candy. Adventure. Depression. Love. Okay. Doki doki. What? Misfortune. Let's do horror. Deep bliss movies. Beauty. Okay, let's do that one. Pain. Grief. Death. Oh, massacre. Disaster. Okay. Lust. Fantasy. Suicide. Alright, let's see the poem. We don't get to see the poem that we made. Which is the bad thing about this one, because we don't get to see the poem that we made. It's just like, oh, okay, it's a good poem. Oh. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, what happened to your face? What literally happened? Thanks for keeping your promise, Momo. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you. For you. I can't read. I can't read with every, like, weird thing that's happened. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. What? No lie, that kind of scared me. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged right here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Shut up, Natsuki. Why? Natsuki certainly certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Why are you over the text? No, Natsuki finds herself stuck being between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. I mean, if you look at it, yeah. Can be. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops into her seat. I'm sorry, Momo. We'll make sure to put your comfort first. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all. Wait. Ow. I never noticed this. But it's kind of hurting my head now. The classroom is kind of tilted a little bit. Right when I said it's kind of tilted, the music just goes like really weird. I'm like, I didn't want me to find that out. Perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that. If you ask, wait, if someone's watching this, can you like go to the other videos and see if all the other ones were tilted a little bit? Because right now this is tilted and it's hurting my head. Like, I can't comprehend this. Is it only? So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. What? Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book for you. Pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just feel like, well, as vice principal and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into your bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. This is seriously still hurting my head. Why is there a chair in the closet? Like, why? But basically, this is hurting my head. Everything's like tilted. And when did it get closer? I don't know. I'm probably just going insane. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. If you wanted. This is. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I know, right? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Yeah. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. It was to. I wasn't going insane. What's going on? Guys. I wasn't going insane, but I'm losing my mind. Oh, I knew that was tilted a little bit. It was hurting my head so much. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Maya to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me, so she was closer, and the room was tilted. I'm not losing my mind. I'm not insane, but I am losing my mind. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. It's fine. I was forced, then I probably wouldn't have noticed. Oh, I was focused. If I was focused, then I can't read. I can't read with everything going on. It's hurting my head so much. Then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so. That's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I definitely, I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging, relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious. Oh, gotta get back to your. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Explains the Markov. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines. That lust for blood. I mean, isn't that everyone though when they try to get into a fight? Yeah. But this facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people, but by cutting off their limbs and asphyxiating them to. Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. That the book, I mean, that the thing about the limbs. I mean, go ahead. I don't really care what you're in. That's kind of that's kind of dark, isn't it? That's something I would actually read though. If I actually found a book like that, I'd actually read it. I'd read it if I wanted to. If it actually got my attention, like people would be looking at me. You read books? I'm like, yeah. This surprised me too. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Uh, are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Momo? Okay, so if I start messing with the mic, I'm sorry. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Always gotta be wary of the quiet ones. They'll get you. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but oh, why is the letters folded? But because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. What is this? Whoa. Okay. Oh my god. Then suddenly. Oh my god. What is going on? I'm I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're kind of cute when you rant, and you're also kind of cute when you become shy. But I don't. That's the truth. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know. Oh, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. Whoa. No way. It didn't even show up on here. What is going on? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And people stop me if I start talking too much. That's. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Whoa, what's going on? You saw that glitch. I saw the glitch. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but. What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book, and I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm very used to. Not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but The feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Oh, what is going on? Can I. Oh my god. It's giving me dialogue that I can't even read. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more in between the two of them. Uh, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Uh, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Uh, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're held it even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Wait, one sec. What's my music say? Alright. No, turn it back down. Okay. Alright. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Uh, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. That's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volation. I don't know. Oh, I'm not gonna pronounce it and pronounce it out. We continue the first chapter in silence. She looks so cute. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate change. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. There's just something wrong with her. Something wrong with her. It's always something. Well, in the last one, found out she has a knife obsession. Like she's really into knives. So, and then she also hid that knife like really fast once we came back in to give her tea. So something wrong. Are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little. My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out the classroom. What on earth was that about? Momo, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Me though. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything. Sorry, can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, no, nothing. Ah, never do anything. Don't think I'd do anything to her. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Uh, shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be what? So I just figured we'd start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Alright, Natsuki or Monica? Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki! I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. True. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Oh, wait. Do you want to get smacked? Like, wapa? I do. I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Alright, so we've already done this poem before, but I'm gonna read it again. Eagles can fly is the name of the poem. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap. Horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. That's the one part I like about this poem is the last two things. Only thing. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that I don't know why I paused there for like a minute. I'm spacing out too. Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. I still can't say sophisticated. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of I got into Natsuki again. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. That helps bring the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. You ain't no pro. Huh? Get out of here. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? You didn't expect that from the youngest one here. Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki, I don't know why I keep putting an extra A. Like the first one, the first video, I keep saying Nata instead of Natsuki. I said Natsuki. I'm like, where's the extra A? But if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. who should I show my poem to next? The only person there. Monica. Hi, Momo. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any questions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, oh, that was my line. That was what was in my head. I'm still in Monica mode and I didn't know why. Want to share your poem with me? That's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Momo. Well, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past it. Yeah, that's true. I hand my Monica my poem. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not I'm trying to Guys, that was cringy. I was so cringy, I don't even want to. Alright, back to this. Great job, Momo. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for this deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way I always count it always counts when I put in some effort. I mean, yeah, but no. That's not fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally giving up on people. She depends so much time. She spends so much time on her in her own head that it's probably as that's probably a much more interesting place for her. I mean, if you look at it, yeah, being in your head is much better than being in real life. Because at least in being in your head, you can like make it to where you don't get much like bad things happen to you. But there's also a downside of doing that. You're not focusing on your future ahead of you. You're just focusing on something else. It's good sometimes, and then sometimes it's bad. Like, if your parents or yell at each other, it's good to be in your own head. But if it's like life and all that, it's not good to be in your own head. Alright, that was my rant for the day. Let's get back to this. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Yeah, that's true. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Oh, what did I say like that? I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. I think we read this? No. So okay, I'm gonna read it this time. Gotta get poem mode. I think we have, but I don't remember. Alright. Name of the poem: Hole in a Wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frankly glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The second the sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates. Alright, shut up, Quid. Dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there, swallowing my fears. I brandish my pen. Is this about what? So what'd you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you'd call it. I'm not really that. Okay, let's just skip all this. I'm not gonna deal with all that. Who should I show my poem to next? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. Like I'm taking 50 million right now. I'm fat and I just ran back. Yes. Alright, we're good? So, what kind of writing experiences do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Oh. I don't know why. I think this is kind of my finger. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing is I recognized in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressions are weakened. Once Uri finds your train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it also comes with practice and learning by I'm doing my voice. My bad. And learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I think I've already done this. It goes to the light. Yeah, I've done this before. We've read this before. It's not new. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this whole thing. Uh, what? That's all you can skip to? Thanks. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Uh, you know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Momo. Uh, me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated.
It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. It's so weird because I don't have the chord to it. Now this chord is kind of trash. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something on in her notebook. My aunts, my eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Oh wait, this is really get into a fight, don't they? Yeah, this is where they start fighting over me. Over not over me, but about me. Wait, what is going on? What, what's going? No. What? Oh, hey, Momo. Why don't I step outside for a bit? Okay. What is going on? I left two out there. They're sleeping right now. But it's it's weird. This is whack. It's messed up beyond belief. I really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even comfort my own club members properly. Why can't I just pick Yuri? Can't I just pick Yuri? It's so real. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. No, she's crying. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Why didn't you let me comfort Yuri? I'm sorry. Um, look in the background. You'll see a different picture that wasn't there. um, Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or it did. Momo, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. I'm just really distressed by that. Right there. It's like completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. It's just I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Momo. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing you trouble. Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna leave it off here. I'm gonna just leave it off here. So, a few things. One, that's not good. I couldn't even comfort Yuri in that fight. The game wouldn't let me. It was pointing at Natsuki so much. Really wanted to comfort Yuri again, though. Two, the picture in the background. Uh, uh, some editing to do for long periods of time. Alright, I'm just gonna save it. I'm just gonna save it here. Whoa, I have empty slots. How? Well, I did a new game, so of course I'm doing it. By the way, I always do 2 slots. That's always been a thing for me, even for like PlayStation. So when someone goes in 1 slot, I still have another one I still have another one where I can just save myself. I can just save myself. But yeah, that was weird, and I don't know what to say. It freaked me out a little bit. It made me jump a little bit. But yeah, I'm just letting it there. It's been Momo. Hope your day has been good. If not, then I hope it gets better. Uh, guess I can just say later.